Good afternoon, Tiger Nation, and welcome back to Rab Rogers Field here on the campus of Ouachita Baptist University in Arkadelphia, Arkansas, where we are getting ready for Game 3 of Ouachita versus Harding. The Tigers swept the Bisons yesterday in the doubleheader by scores of 8-3 in Game 1 and 17-5 in Game 2. An impressive showing by the Tigers yesterday, putting on a hitting clinic. Pitching was also very good yesterday, especially in Game 1. Luke Skaggs got the start in Game 1 yesterday. And it was Garrett Hermes who got the start in Game 2. Both had impressive outings. But it is Game 3. Tigers looking for the complete sweep. It'll be the first sweep for the Tigers since 2019 against Southern Nazarene. That was the last time the Tigers got a 3-game sweep over a conference opponent. Did not get one at all last year. And they're going to be looking at their first chance to get that sweep today. On the mound, starting out for the Tigers, is going to be Hunter Gotro, the right-hander out of Benton, Arkansas, and Bauxite High School. This is his first start of the season. He's made 3 appearances. Pitched 3 1/3 innings so far this year for the Tigers. That ERA doesn't look that good at 24.3, but in only 3 1/3 innings pitched, you can't really gauge that one real well. He struck out 5 and walked 5. Opponents are batting .471 against him. Let's see if he can get in there and settle down today as he gets his first start of the 2021 season. So Gotro is a senior for the Tigers. Get started with the starting lineup for Harding. It's the exact same lineup we saw yesterday. Leading off is going to be the left fielder, number 10, Michael Chrisman. Then shortstop, number 12, Connor Kelly. Second base, number 3, Luke Vandover. First base, number 24, Harrison Heffley. Third base, number 4, David Butterfield. Center field, number 7, Cody Smith. Designated hitter, number 20, Caleb Stull. Catching today is number 14, Brendan Parrott. And in right field is number 15, Chris Witzke. Like I said, stepping into the box now is the left fielder, Michael Chrisman. Chrisman now batting .364 on the season. First pitch in will, I believe, miss his own 4, ball 1. Count now 1-0. The 1-0 on its way. Finds his own 4-strike 1. Then on the mound is Gotro, and in the box is Chrisman. 1-1 count here. That's going to be hit into left field. It's going to be made by Sal. He ran over there and made the grab for out number 1. Wasn't sure if it was going to be him or Burris out in left field, but Simmons Sal goes over and makes that grab for out number 1. That'll bring up Connor Kelly, the shortstop. Kelly batting .391 for Harding. Quick breakdown of the defensive positions for the Tigers as you see them out on the field after this pitch. First pitch will be, it'll be catch the inside part of the zone, 4-strike 1. Now it should be 0-1. We've got McBride behind the plate, Gotro on the mound. Cole Kelly over at first, C-Dub Schrader at second. Simmons Sal at short. That's going to be swung on in, missed, 4-strike 2, 0-2 count now. Tyler Reebok over at third. Cade Burris in left. Louis Steen out in center, and Pierce Mitchum in right. And that one's going to be outside, trying to get Kelly to chase, but would not go. 1-2 count now. Pretty much the same lineup we saw yesterday to start both games, at least defensive-wise. The 1-2 on its way is going to be swung on. It's going to be chopped foul into the box. It'll go off the batter. Count will stay at 1-2. So Tigers now 3-5 overall. They were 1-5 coming into yesterday. And they've picked up their first 2 conference win, and they look to even up their record at 2, or at even it up at 3-3, as they're now 2-3. 1-2 from Gotro. It's going to be called strike 3 right down the middle. A little bit of an off-speed there from Gautreaux. Gets out number 2. That'll be a backwards K going in the scorebook for Gautreaux. Gets his first strikeout of the day. Now in the box is Luke Vandover. It's going to be a little bit high. Bruneau actually found the top part of the zone. Strike 1. That's going to be called strike 2. Gautreaux quickly finds himself ahead in the count 0-2. Go to pitch. Check swing. They did not go. I don't think that was a full half swing there. Vandover now batting 185 on the season. Struggled a little bit yesterday at the plate. 1-2 count here with 2 outs and nobody on for Gautreaux. The 1-2 swung in, missed, strike 3. Gautreaux picks up 2 strikeouts, and that'll end the top half of the first inning. 3 up, 3 down go the Bisons. And that'll do it for the top half of the first inning. No runs scored on no hits and no errors by the Tigers, and nobody left on base because once again the Bisons went 3 up and 3 down. So that means we'll flip over the scorebook here. We'll get ready to go to the bottom half of the first inning. So it scores 0-0. Tigers look to strike first here as we head to the bottom half of the first inning. Go back over the Tiger lineup for you here. Like I said, in left field, we're going to have number 22, Cade Burris, leading things off. Batting second will be third baseman number 2, Tyler Reebok. Then center fielder number 1, Lewis Steen. Catching today will be number 21, Cade McBride. First base is number 15, Cole Kelly. The designated hitter today is number 11, Blake Tubbs. The right fielder is number 5, Pierce Mitchell. Second base today is number 4, C-Dub Schrader. And shortstop is going to be number 9, Simmons Sal, batting 9. On the mound today for Harding will be Logan McCall. He comes into today with a 6.0 ERA. He's got 1 appearance and 1 start, so this will be his second start of the season. Pitched 6 full innings, allowing 4 runs and 3 hits, walked 3 and struck out 3. Opponent's batting just 143 against him. So a tough pitcher. We saw him a little bit yesterday in game 2, but he only pitched about an inning. So we'll see how he does today getting the start. And he'll be facing the hottest batter the Tigers have right now in Cade Burris, who's bumped his average up to 385 after a great day yesterday in 2 games. The leading batter on the Tigers started all 8 games. He'll foul that one back for strike 1. It is an absolutely beautiful day for baseball. This has just been a great weekend. Originally, it was supposed to be Friday and Saturday, but because of rain on Friday, they decided to go ahead and make it a Saturday doubleheader, and then Sunday, this game right here, the 1 game, that one's going to be high in the zone for ball 1. I'd say it's about 65 degrees sunny with a slight breeze. The flag's not moving too much. But Cade Burris steps back into the box, a sophomore out of Walnut Ridge, Arkansas. The 1-1 is going to be lined down the right field line, out of play, and the count will stay at 1-2. So just a great, any day really is a great day for baseball, but this is just perfect baseball weather. Could not ask for a better weekend for the home GAC series opener. That's going to go into the dirt or turf. It'll be ball 2. So this is the second year for the turf behind or around home plate here at Rab Rogers Field. That got put in last year. Only got to see about half season of use before everything got shut down due to COVID. 2-2 on its way is going to be lined into center field. It'll get down for a leadoff base hit for Cade Burris. And that'll bring up Tyler Reebok, but a great base hit into center field. Couldn't ask for a more textbook hit there. Burris just adding to that batting average there. Tyler Reebok steps in now. Reebok has been struggling a little bit. He entered the weekend batting .235, but he's bumped it all the way up to .292, so he's starting to get there close to that 300 mark. You believe he was batting .340 last year at the end of the season. That's going to find the outside part of the zone for strike one. Reebok with 1 home run to his name this season. He's got the power in the bat. How about this point last year? I'd say he'd had around 5 home runs. Ended the season with 8, and at one point was tied for second in all at Division II. Haven't quite seen the power so far this season. He's been walked a lot, which is a part of that reason. Leads the team in walks with 9. The 0-1 from McCall. Off speed there, missed the zone low. Ball 1, count evens up. Nobody out and 1 runner on. We've got Burris over at first base. Steen on deck. Another pickoff attempt. Not in time, just trying to keep Burris a little bit closer to the bag there. With a right-handed pitcher, you can get a little bit more of a lead over there on first than you can with a lefty. The 1-1 on its way. Swung on in, it's going to be fouled back. It'll be strike 2. Reebok is a senior out of Rockwall, Texas. Been a big part of this Tiger team all 4 years here at Ouachita. The 1-2 on its way is going to be hit up the middle. That'll be another base hit. Straight through the gap there. They were playing a bit of a shift. And Reebok was able to hit it into where they weren't. And that'll be another base hit. That'll be 2 runners on now, 1 in scoring position. With nobody out for Lewis Steen. Steen batting .269 this season. He started all 8 games out there in center field. Had some great catches yesterday. An incredible athlete, a fantastic center fielder out of Olive Branch, Mississippi. Had a few RBIs yesterday. Had a couple hits. The runners on first and second now. Corners in, just in case of a bunt. That's going to find the zone. It'll pop out of the catcher's glove, but still be strike 1. The Tigers looking to jump out early on the Bisons like they did yesterday in both games. That one's going to be low, fastball. It'll be ball 1. Steen choking up on the bat some. Good pitch there, finds the zone, strike 2. Count goes to 1-2. That one's going to be outside for ball 2. Good job there by Parrott, the catcher, getting over and blocking that ball. Steen's been close to putting one out. Doesn't have a home run yet this season, but he's hit the wall a few times and hit the warning track. He's right there. I said I believe he had a double. I think it was an RBI double off the wall yesterday. A 2-2 count here with nobody out and 2 on. He'll swing on that one, foul it into the Ouachita dugout. Got to keep your head on a swivel there. Count will stay at 2-2. Another 2-2 pitch on the way to Steen, and he'll foul it a little bit straighter this time, but he'll go into the parking lot and head towards the field house. Count stays 2-2. Another 2-2 on the way. It'll be a check swing. They're going to say he went, but the pitch got away. So it'll be a drop third strike. Or nope, first base was occupied. So it ended up being more or less a sacrifice bunt, just in the form of a strikeout. So it'll go to a strikeout for McCall. But runners will advance. Did not drop third strike because first base was occupied. There's one out here. Now 2 runners in scoring position for Cade McBride. McBride, a senior out of Prosper, Texas. The main starting catcher here for the Tigers had a good day yesterday. His batting average, it dropped a little bit. It was 318. It's down to 300, but he had a big 2-run homer back in game 1 that really sealed it for the Tigers. First pitch from McCall finds the zone for strike 1. He'll hit that one towards short. It'll be fielded by Kelly. Fires over to first. That'll be out number 2, but a run will score as Burris comes across the plate. The Tigers strike first there on the fielder's choice from McBride. And that will bring up Cole Kelly, the first baseman today for the Tigers. Kelly batting .250 so far this season. 2 out here and another runner in scoring position. That one finds the zone for strike 1. We've got Reebok just 90 feet away over there at third base now. Like I said, Cole Kelly, a redshirt senior out of Independence, Mississippi. He came in last year for his first year with the Tigers after transferring out of a junior college. He'll foul that one back. Count is 0-2 now. 2 outs here and 1 runner on. That was going to be high for ball 1. Kelly had a pretty good day yesterday as well. In game 2, I believe he drove in a run or 2. Struggled a little bit in game 1. That one's going to be hitting the base hit and will add to his RBI total. And that'll bring in Reebok. So a base hit there for Cole Kelly. Brings in Reeboks and makes the score 2-0. I was just about to say, I believe he had 5 RBI in game 2 alone yesterday in the Tigers' 17-5 win. He gets another one there to bring his total, if those numbers are correct, total up to 6 for the weekend. And that will bring up Blake Tubbs, the designated hitter. That one will be fouled back for strike 1. Blake Tubbs, a senior out of Hartshorn, Oklahoma. Coming into this weekend, he was batting .091. He's all the way up to .235 after a good day at the plate yesterday for the Tigers. 0-1 count here to Tubbs. He'll line that one into right field, and that'll send Kelly to first. Kelly's going to look for 3. The ball got away from the left fielder, and Kelly heading to third base easily. That could have been they could have gone into that standing up, decided to slide. That'll be a base hit for Blake Tubbs. So another runner in scoring position as Pierce Mitchum comes to the plate. Mitchum had a home run yesterday for the Tigers as well. Like I said, Blake Tubbs, the runner on first, had a good day yesterday. It looks like he's going to continue that today. Had struggled a bit before coming into this weekend. Mitchum at the plate, batting .273 on the season. That'll be a swing and a miss for Mitchum for strike 1. Yesterday we saw some great 2-out hitting for the Tigers as a lot of their runs in game 1 came with 2 outs. If I remember right, I believe it was around 6 out of the 8 runs came with 2 outs. in game 1 yesterday. The 0-1 to Mitchell will be lined into right field. It's going to get down. That'll be an RBI single for Mitchell. Tubbs will head to second. Kelly scores from third. And Tigers take a 3-0 lead here in the bottom half of the first inning. A quick meeting out there at the mound. Head coach Dr. Patrick McGahey out there to talk to McCall. Struggling here in the bottom half of the first inning. Tigers with 2 runners on. You've got Tubbs at second and Pierce Mitchum over there at first. McGahey does not look happy out there. One of the encouraging talks is not going to pull him yet. Actually, there's not even any action out there in the Harding bullpen. This inning will be McCall's to finish. 2 outs here, 2 runners on as Schrader steps up to the plate. Another Tiger who has bumped up his average. Was batting 157 yesterday was batting 157 coming into the weekend. All the way up to 333 now. First pitch to Schrader is going to be outside for ball 1. The 1-0 about to be on its way from McCall. He swung and hit right up the middle. It's a slow roller, but it'll get into center field. They're going to send Tubbs around home. There won't be a play at the plate. It'll be an RBI single for C-Dub Schrader. Mitchell made it all the way to third, and Schrader will stay on first. Tigers now up 4-0 here in the bottom of the first inning. And that'll bring up Simmons Sal, the shortstop. Tigers have officially batted around this inning, as this is the 9-hole coming up. Runners on the corners here for the Tigers with 2 out for Sal. He'll swing on that one. It'll be a high ball into foul territory. Heffley goes over and makes the grab. I lost it, but everybody else is jogging off, so he makes the grab for out number 3. The Tigers bat all 9. And that'll do it for the bottom half of the first inning. Tigers up 4-0. They get 4 runs on 6 hits, no errors, and they leave 2 on base. But a great start for the Tigers. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back here for the second inning of play. You're watching Ouachita Baseball on the Washington Network. And welcome back to Rab Rogers Field, getting ready for the second inning of play. Hunter Gotro back out on the mound for the Tigers for his second inning of work. Tigers up 4-0 after racking up 6 hits in the bottom half of the first inning. Leading off will be the first baseman for Harding, number 24, Harrison Heffley. Heffley batting .292 for the Bison so far this season. First pitch from Gotro will miss for ball 1. That one will be skied high, and it looks like it's going to get out of play. McBride's tracking it, and it'll hit the top part of the dugout. That'll be strike 1. 1-1 count here for Gautreaux. Heffley is a senior for the Bisons out of Rogers, Arkansas, transferred in out of the University of Arkansas. A good pitch there, finds the corner of the zone, strike 2. So 1-2 count now for Heffley. That'll be swung on and hit down the left field line. It looks like it's going to get out of play, land in the bullpen there. Count will stay at 1-2. Gautreaux starting off well today. Like I said, already picked up 2 strikeouts. The 1-2 on its way. It's going to be inside, just inside there. It's going to be ball 2. It's a good pitch there from Gautreaux. Two count now. That'll be swung on and missed, and Gautreaux picks up his 3rd strikeout of the day. That'll be out number 1, and that'll bring up David Butterfield, the 3rd baseman. Butterfield definitely leading all players in batting average right now. He came into the weekend batting .647 and didn't have as great of a day yesterday. That one to find the zone. Fastball down the middle, strike 1. Struggled a little bit, but his average went down all the way down to .609. An impressive average for the senior out of Smyrna, Tennessee. Smyrna, Tennessee. A 1-1 count here from Gautreaux. That'll be swung on and fouled back for strike 2. With 1 out of here, nobody on. And Butterfield in the box. That's going to be high, and that'll be ball 2. So 2-2 count now. That'll be swung on in, missed. Another strikeout for Gautreaux. And that'll bring up the center fielder, Cody Smith. Coming in on the season in his 3 appearances, Gautreaux only had 5 strikeouts in 3 appearances. He's already at 4 today, and it's the 2nd inning. That one's going to be low for ball 1. So having a great day, or a great start to the day out on the mound. So Tigers leading 4-0 as that one's going to be hit into left center field, and that'll be a base hit. Ball gets away from the outfielder, so it'll be a stand-up double for Smith. That'll put a runner on second with 2 outs now as the DH Caleb Stoll heads to the plate. Harding gets their first hit of the day. No damage done here. We still have 2 outs. As Stoll steps in, batting .200 on the season. That's when we swung back into the net for strike 1. Stoll, a senior out of Litchfield Park, Arizona. That one's going to be fouled back out of play. Looks like that one will most likely find its way into the creek that runs behind Brad Rogers Field. Hopefully it'll find its way there and not into the parking lot that's right behind the creek. An 0-2 count here. Gotros ahead. That one's left just high up. It'll be ball one. Gotros still ahead in the count 1-2. 2 outs here and a runner on second. Tigers looking to get out of the inning here. Oh. That'll be called strike 3, and Gotro picks up his 5th strikeout of the day. Matches what he's gotten all season so far, and that'll end the top half of the second inning. Tigers leading 4-0 as the Harding gets 0 runs on 1 hit, no errors by the Tigers, and they leave 1 person on base. It's a great showing there. We're going to take a quick break. You're watching the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
In NCAA Division II, student athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
And welcome back to Rab Rogers Field. Getting ready for the bottom half of the second inning. Tigers leading 4-0 over the Bison. Harding got their first hit in the top half of the second inning, but left the man stranded on second. You might call it deja vu as we're starting an inning with Cade Burris up to bat, but that's because the Tigers batted all the way around in the top half of the bottom half of the first inning. He'll step back into the plate. Burris 1 for 1 on the day. Scored the first run of the day off the RBI from Cade McBride. That'll be strike 1 to Burris. Coming in, Burris batting .385. And he'll hit that one into right field. It'll be shallow. It looks like it's going to get down, and it will. Another base hit for Cade Burris. Leadoff single once again for the sophomore out of Walnut Ridge. And that'll bring up number 2, Tyler Reebok. He also singled his first time up and scored a run for the Tigers. Reebok batting .292 coming into the day. That was going to miss low for ball 1. And that one's going to miss for ball 2. Now, Reebok does get walked more than any player. With that last hit, that should put Reebok into the 300 range. Back to where he normally stays. Burris has to be knocking on the door 400 by now, and Reebok will hit that one way foul. It'll hit the top of looks like it'll clear the field house. That'll be just a long strike 1. That one will be hit way high into left field. Crispin goes over and land in the bullpen, so it'll be strike 2. Count goes to 2-2. Doing some quick math here. I could be completely wrong in doing this, but looking at Burris now, his average should be up to .407. So Burris crossing the 400 mark now with that last base hit. Granted, math was never my strong suit, but I think I can handle that little bit of division there. 2-2 count here for Reebok. That'll be hit towards Butterfield. He'll make the grab, but he'll fall down. He'll try to make the throw to first. No throw. That'll be an infield single for Tyler Reebok. I do not think that should go as an error against Butterfield. We'll see what the scoreboard shows here in a second, but that'll bring up Lewis Steen. Looks like scoreboard's going to count it as a hit, as Butterfield had to make it on the run and kind of stumbled back to make the grab. So now runners on first and second, as Steen steps to the plate. Steen 0 for 1 on the day, struck out back in the first inning. Steen batting .269 coming into the day. Lay down a bunt, but it'll go foul for strike one. Tigers now have 8 hits to Harding's 1. Steen, one of those seniors that's also been a big part of this Ouachita team for several years. A staple out there in center field. That'll be swung on and missed for strike 2. Steen quickly finds himself behind 0-2. But if you want to have a player that you know can count on to make diving catches just about any time you need them, you go for Steen. I've seen several fantastic catches from Steen over the past 2 years. The 0-2 on its way from McCall. That's going to be left high for ball 1. One thing about Ouachita baseball, they do not often chase at bad pitches. They have a really good eye for the baseball. We've seen them battle back a lot and run a count full after being down 0-2. Let's see if Steen can do it again today. That one will miss for ball 2. Steen got hit once or twice yesterday. He's been walked 4 times. Struck out 4 as well. On base percentage for Steen is .346, and he'll swing at that one and miss. That'll be out number 1. That'll bring up Cade McBride. McBride 0 for 1 on the day, but does have an RBI. Grounded out to short last inning, but was able to drive in Burris. Bride homered yesterday. 1 out here and 2 runners on for Ouachita. That's going to skip in front of the turf. Runners both go. There'll be a throw to second, but it'll be off the mark, and runners will advance. Good base running there by Burris and Reebok. Burris now at third, Reebok at second. Just 1 out here in the bottom half of the second inning. Tigers leading 4-0, but knocking on the door here to add to it as they've got 2 runners in scoring position. And McBride has a 1-0 count. And McCall's getting ready to deliver that 1-0 pitch. McBride will call time. The 1-0 on its way to McBride. Breaking ball goes low for ball 2. McBride was hit yesterday and drew a walk or 2 in the 2 games. McBride batting .300 coming in here, but has a .344 on base percentage. That'll be a swing and a miss, and count goes 2-1. That it was a foul tip. Two-one count to McBride. That'll be swung on and go foul on the third baseline. That'll be strike 2. Count evens up. Two on his way. It'll be hit. It'll be a chopper. Grabbed by Kelly. Fired over to first base for out number 1. But just like last time, Burris will score from third. Well, that was out number 2. That'll bring out Cole Kelly. Like I said, Reebok made it to third base. Kelly had an RBI last time up. Inning is shaping up almost exactly, or so far it's been a mirror image as that one will be hit to Kelly, and he'll fire it over to first. He'll scoop it up and make the grab for out number 3. It was close, but a good scoop there. And that will end the bottom half of the second inning. Tigers now up 5-0 after they put together 2 more hits. So 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and they'll leave 1 on base. Go ahead and take a quick break, and we'll be right back here for the top half of the third inning. You're watching Ouachita Baseball on Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
And welcome back to Rab Rogers Field. Hunter Gotro back out on the mound for his third inning of work. Tigers up 5-0 on 8 hits to Harding's 1. No errors by either team as we're here in the top of the third inning. Due up for Harding will be 8, 9, and 1. That's Brendan Parrott, Chris Witzke, and Michael Chrisman. So stepping in is the catcher, Brendan Parrott. Parrott batting .312 so far this season. First pitch from Gotro. That one missed low, ball 1. That will be a chopper. It's going to land foul, so it'll be a strike 2, or strike 1 to Parrott. Parrott, a senior out of Highland, Michigan. Made the long trip down to Searcy, Arkansas to play college ball. One count here for Gotro. That'll be strike 2. It'll bounce off the glove of McBride. It'll be a 1-2 count now. That'll bounce in the turf for ball 2. Two count here to Parrott. Two two's gonna be swung and hit towards Kelly at first. He'll take it himself and get out number 1. One out now, and that will bring up the 9-hole hitter, the right fielder, number 15, Chris Witzke. Witzke, a senior out of Dakota City, Iowa. Transferred in out of Des Moines Area Community College. First pitch there, misses the zone, ball 1. Looks like that fastball just got left a little low. That one will find the zone though, and it'll be strike 1 to even the count up at 1s across the board. That one will be lined. It'll get Reebok will stop it. No throw to first, though. It was a good play by Reebok to get that glove. I don't know if even if he had gotten it in the glove, if he could have gotten up and gotten that throw. So that'll be a single for Witzke. That'll bring up Michael Crispin. Popped out too short his first time up. That was a tough play there by Reebok. Really good job getting his hand on it and stopping that ball. Otherwise, that would have gone out into far left field, and it probably would have been at least a double for Witzke. So able to hold it at a single here with one out. That's going to be hit deep into center field. Steen going back, gets under it. Comes up a little bit, makes the grab for out number 2. Not quite as deep as I thought it was. It looked good off the bat, but Steen there to make the grab. And that'll bring up Connor Kelly, the shortstop. Struck out his first time up. Struck out looking. He is 0 for 1 on the day. Batting .375. As we swung on and missed for strike 1. Just checked, looks like we've got our live stats up and running today, so a big thank you to Thomas Donnelly and the sports information crew of Bates, Yoakum, and Jackson Pritchard for getting these live stats up and running. Big help to me here in the booth, and I know it's help to the people back. Runner goes, and that'll be another base hit. Looks like Witzke will head to third, and that's where he'll stop. So runners on the corners here. 2 outs. No damage done yet. Still 2 outs. Just one more when we get out of the inning, but a runner is in scoring position. First runner for the Bisons to reach third today. And that'll bring in Luke Vandover. He struck out swinging back in the first inning. Vandover. Watch that one go by. It'll be ball 1. Vandover looks like it says I'm assuming that means 5th year senior out of Little Rock and Little Rock Christian Academy. Usually where it says, sophomore, junior, just says 5th. That'll be fouled back out of play for strike 1. That might be the whole deal of getting the extra year from the NCAA. The extra year of eligibility due to the COVID situation. He's listed on my roster sheet as a senior, so that's what we'll call him. 1-0 is hit into center field. That is a high fly ball. Steen goes over, makes the grab for out number 3. So the Bison's threatened, but can't bring anybody home. So they'll score 0 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and they'll leave 2 men on base. Score still 5-0, and we'll take a quick break as we head to the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Be right back here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Baseball for me just kind of was the glue that kept my family together, I feel like. I was able to come here and get my triple major, as well as play a super high level of baseball against some of the best players in the country. There's a lot of options here in Division II with a lot of great ball players and a lot of great people, and they make sure that they give you every opportunity to succeed on and off the field.
And we're back here at Ouachita Baptist University at Rab Rogers Field, getting ready for the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Tigers lead 5-0 over Harding. Due up for the Tigers will be Blake Tubbs, Pierce Mitchell, and C-Dub Schrader. That is 6, 7, and 8. Tubbs had a single last time up and scored back in the 1st. That'll be fouled straight back behind the box for strike 1. Tubbs now batting .278 after getting that hit in the last at bat, so he's 1 for 1 on the day. That one will miss for ball 1. Got 3 RBI on the season. and 1 homer. The 1-1 on its way. That'll find the zone for strike 2. A little bit of a delayed strike call there by the umpire, but 1-2 count now. McCall still out on the mound for his 3rd inning of work. That one to get by the catcher for ball 2. Count evens up 2-2. The 2-2 on its way. It'll be fouled out of play, and the count will stay at 2-2. This is the 3rd and final game in the 3-game series. If you didn't watch yesterday, Tigers swept Harding in games 1 and 2, winning game 1 8-3, and game 2 17-5. 2-2 on its way, a swung and miss for Tubbs. Be the 3rd strikeout of the day for McCall. That'll be out number 1, and that will bring up Pierce Mitchum, number 5, the right fielder. Mitchum also 1 for 1 on the day. 1 for 1 with an RBI. That'll be swung on and fouled back for strike 1. Mitchell made it all the way to 3rd back in the 1st inning, but did not make it across the plate. That'll be fouled back into the dugout. Strike 2. Oh, 2 count now. McCall really starting to settle in there after that shaky 1st inning. And he'll watch that one. That'll be called strike 3. Quick 2 outs here. That'll bring up C-Dub Schrader. He had an RBI single back in the 1st. Batting .364 now on the season. 4 runs and 4 RBIs on the season for Schrader. That one's going to miss outside, ball 1. One no count here for Schrader. That'll be fouled. It'll be hit towards Butterfield at 3rd. He'll scoop it up and fire it across the diamond to Heffley. And that'll be out number 3, and that will end the inning. The Tigers go 3 up, 3 down, and we'll be staying here for the in-between innings there. So Tigers get no runs, no hits, no errors, and they didn't leave anybody on base. So we get ready to head to the 4th inning of play now. Hunter Gotro back out on the mound for his 4th inning of work. The due up for the Bisons will be Harrison Heffley, David Butterfield, and Cody Smith. That's going to be 4, 5, and 6 due up for Harding. Tigers still leading 5-0. Out hitting Harding 8-3 so far. We got a good crew working with us here today for OSDN. Running camera today is we've got James Jolly. He's up here beside me running camera 1. Mara Gillespie running camera 2. Katie Hatchett on camera 3. And back in the trailer, we've got Chris McQuiston, Blythe Epp, and Chris Babb. A good crew to have today on this Sunday game 3 between the Tigers and the Bisons. Harrison Heffley at bat. He is 0 for 1 on the day, batting .280 on the season. He'll hit that one foul down the right field line, so that'll be strike 1. That one will be hit a little bit straighter, but still foul. That'll be strike two. 0-2 count here to Heffley. The 0-2 on his way from Gautreaux. That'll be fouled the other way, back into the net. Count will stay at 0-2. Wind starting to pick up a little bit. Like it's blowing in slightly. The 0-2 called, strike three, strikeout number 6 for Hunter Gautreaux, and that'll be the first out of the inning. That's the third strikeout looking for Gautreaux, and his 6th overall. Now has 11 on the season, had 5 coming into today. That'll be fouled straight back into the net. One of those things. I'm glad that net's there. I can tell it spooked my cameraman up here a little bit. It used to do the same thing to me, but started to get a little bit more used to it because that one probably would have come right for that camera. James, you do know you have to protect that camera at all costs, right? That one's going to be fouled down the third baseline. 0-2 count now to Butterfield. Butterfield 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout back in the second inning. 1 out here for Gautreaux. Left just high, ball 1. It was a good pitch, trying to get Butterfield to chase, but he wouldn't go. 1-2 the count now, 1 out, nobody on. That was to be called, strike 3, another strikeout for Gautreaux. Make that 7 strikeouts on the day. That will bring up Cody Smith, who doubled back in the second inning. He'll hit that one to Sowell, makes the grab, fires across the diamond to Kelly. Oh, and they'll call him safe. They thought they got it, but the umpire called safe. So he'll make it to first base. Still 2 outs here, and that'll bring up Caleb Stoll. Coach Howard wanted to have a quick word about that one, it looks like. That was close. Didn't really agree with it, but the Tigers almost go 3 up, 3, or almost get the Bisons to go 3 up, 3 down, but hopefully it'll at least be 4 up, 3 down here as Stoll now steps into the plate. Stoll 0 for 1 on the day. Stoll struck out looking back in the second. Runner goes. It'll be hit up the middle. Sal makes the grab, and he'll fire over to Kelly, and now we get out number 3. It's a great play. And that will do it for the top half of the 4th inning. So on that one, it was a hit out to shortstop. Sal grabbed it. A great backhanded grab for Simmons Sal, and he fired it across over to Kelly at first base for out number 3. The runner was going, but Sal couldn't get it to second in time, so that's when he fired over to Kelly at first and ended the inning there. So Tigers get no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and they'll leave 1 man left on base. That means we'll be heading to the bottom half of the 4th inning. Due up for the Tigers is going to be Sowell, Burris, and Reebok. Tigers still leading 5-0 over the Bisons. McCall out for another inning of work. McCall really started to settle down after the rocky start he had. Said initially gave up 5 runs in the first 2 innings, but after that has settled down and retired 6 straight Tigers. Trying to look up some stats here on Gautreaux, talk about his pitching, but Simmons Sal is going to step in. It looks like this is most likely going to be a career day for Hunter Gautreaux on the mound for the Tigers. First pitch to Sal will bounce down and bounce over the catcher, force ball 1. Looking at the stats here, this is a definitely career day, career high in strikeouts already for Gautreaux. That's what we're going to miss for strike 1. Looking here, his career high coming into the day's game in strikeouts was 3 in a game. And he's sitting at 7 right now. That one's going to be hit high. It's going to be right behind second base. Kelly comes over and makes the call and makes the grab for out number 1. That'll bring up Cade Burris, who is 2 for 2 on the day. 2 for 2 with 2 runs scored. Now batting .429 on the season. He's scored 10 runs and has 3 RBI on the season. He'll swing and miss at that one for strike 1. The 0-1 to Burris. That one's going to be outside and low for ball 1. The 1-1. That one's outside. Ball 2. I want to talk about somebody who's due for a home run. It is definitely Cade McBride. Or not Cade McBride, I meant Cade Burris. That one's going to be inside. Ball 3. Hitter's count coming up for Burris, the sophomore out of Walnut Ridge. That'll be a free base for Burris. And that will bring up Tyler Reebok, also 2 for 2 on the day with 1 run scored. Average up to 346 now on the season. So we entered this series 235, and he's already raised it up a full 100 points. And he's going to hit that one. It'll go out of play down the left field line. Playing just in front of the field house there. That'll be strike 1. Reebok also due for a homer. A lot of power in the bats on this Ouachita team. That one will be called for strike 2. Reebok finds himself in the 0-2 hole. Coming into the day, Reebok's on base was 500. That one's way up. That'll be ball 1. That one was up and outside. His on base for the year is sitting at 528 now, actually, after getting on base twice today. Pickoff move over to first, not in time. So you can see Tigers in their black jerseys, white pants. Harding in the all gray uniforms today. One-two count here with 1 out and 1 runner on. That one's going to be outside. There'll be another throw down back to first. Not in time. Count goes to 2-2. Trying to catch Burris slacking over there, but I don't know if they're going to. Tigers still up by 5. 2-2 count here to Reebok. He'll golf swing that one. It'll be fielded by Vandover. Now they're going to call the double play on that one. It looks like that will end the inning. It'll end up being, I believe, ruled as a 4-3 double play, as Vandover got Burris on the tag and then threw over to first to get Reebok. Well, so we'll take a quick break, as that did it for the 4th inning. We'll be right back. Tigers leading 5-0. You're watching the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
It's an ordinary day. Stephanie's driving home from school, like she does every day. Since she's almost home, she takes a quick glance at her phone, like she does every day. She arrives safely, like she does every day. It's another ordinary day. But then, something out of the ordinary happens. Distracted driving kills.
And we are back. Hunter Gotro back out for his 5th inning of work. We're getting ready to start the top half of the 5th inning. Tigers leading 5-0 over the Harding Bisons. Harding came into this match, or this weekend series, undefeated at 4-0. They now sit at 4-2. Tigers sitting at 3-5 overall. Tigers looking to pick up their first series sweep since 2019 in their three-game sweep over Southern Naz 2 years ago. Due up here for the Bisons will be 8-9-1. That's Parrott, Witzke, and Crispin, as Chris Witzke heads into the batter's box. Witzke is 1 for 1 on the day. Singled back in the 3rd. Made it the 3rd. That one is going to be lined down the left field line and hit into the Ouachita bullpen. That'll just be a long strike 1. Witzke heading back to the box now. Not really much action in either bullpen so far today. Oh, that's not Witzke. That is Parrott. My bad. Looked at my book incorrectly there. That one's going to be left high for ball 1. That's the catcher, Brendan Parrott, batting now. Also 0 for 1. Or he is 0 for 1 on the day. That one will be skied high and back out of play for strike 2. Gotro sitting at 7 strikeouts today, a career high. Has beaten his career best by 4 strikeouts today. Four of those 7 have been strikeouts looking. The 1-2, Gotro looking to add another one to his list, and that'll be outside for ball 2. Decent crowd here at Rab Rogers today, enjoying the beautiful weather and the great game of baseball. That one's going to be hit. The chopper over there. Sal will scoop it up. Fired over to Kelly at first base for out number 1. A great play there by Sal out at shortstop. Fantastic glove. So just a mainstay for the Tigers out there. A fantastic athlete. A senior for the Tigers. And that will bring up, now it's Chris Witzke at the plate. He is 1 for 1 on the day. Now on to find the zone for strike one. Witzke's 1 for 1 with a single back in the third inning. That one will be fouled out of play. That'll be strike two. Gotro ahead in the count, 0-2 now. Sedwitzky, one of the 4 hits for the Bison so far today. The 0-2 on its way is swung on right up the middle, and that'll be a base hit for Gotro. They'll get a runner on with 1 out here. Witzke goes to 2 for 2 on the day, and that will bring up Michael Chrisman. Chrisman 0 for 2. First time up, he popped up shortstop, and then he flew out to center field back in the third. But back to the top of the lineup now for the Bisons. Might look for a double play here, get the Tigers out of the inning. That's going to be swung and missed for strike one. And 1 out here in the top half of the 5th inning. Tigers leading 5-0. Pickoff attempt over to first, not in time. It's close, but not quite in time. A 0-1 count. Another pickoff attempt, not quite in time. Count stays at 0-1. The 0-1 on its way. That's going to be low for ball 1. Good block there by McBride, keeping that one from going past and giving a pretty base to Witzke. That one's going to be hit into, that's going to go foul. It'll be in foul territory. Rearbot goes over, and it's just past the fence. So that'll be strike 2 now to Chrisman. The 2 strikes here, 1 out for Gotro. That one is inside. Ball 2. Count evens up at 2-2. And that one's going to be outside as well, and the count runs full. They're trying to get Crispin to chase, but he wouldn't go. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out here, and 1 runner on for Harding. Runner goes. It's a hit and run situation. Scooped up by Schrader. He'll fire it over to Kelly to get out number 2. And that will bring up Connor Kelly, the shortstop. He is 1 for 2 on the day. Singled back in the third, and he got stranded at first base. So 2 outs here. Gotro trying to maintain the shutout. First pitch is going to be a little bit out low and outside for ball 1. Kelly batting .400 on the season. Also has 10 RBIs to his name. The 1-0 is going to be chopped down first baseline. Kelly will pick it up, bobble it, but he'll make it to first unassisted. And that will do it for the top half of the 5th inning. Tigers make it look easy. So Harding gets no runs on 1 hit, No errors, and they'll leave a man on base. That is 5 people left on base now for the Bisons. Tigers still lead 5-0 over Harding Bisons. As we head to the bottom half of the 5th inning, we will take a quick break. We'll be right back here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
As a student athlete in college, I first got involved with the NCAA at the national level. It was through the Student Athlete Advisory Committee, SAC, gave me an opportunity to advocate on behalf of all student athletes, to affect change and to make an impact. The NCAA is giving the student athlete a platform to voice their concerns and to be able to advocate for what's going to affect their well-being. The policies that are being put in place are speaking towards academics, they're speaking towards well-being, they're speaking towards fairness, creating a culture so that the student athletes have the best experiences possible.
Welcome back to Rab Rogers Field, getting ready to start the bottom half of the 5th inning. Tigers leading 5-0 over the Harding Bisons. Due up here for the Tigers will be 3, 4, and 5. It's Steen, McBride, and Kelly, and if anybody gets on, it'll be Blake Tubbs. Steen 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts today. McCall back out on the mound for his 5th inning of work. To really settle down. 1-0, that one will be ball 2. McCall, like I said, he's retired technically 9 straight. Burris did get on last inning, but then he got caught in a double play. That one fouled back into the net. That'll be strike 1. So 2-0 count here to Steen. Steen now batting .250 on the season. He's 0 for 2 today. That would be low to get past catcher for ball 3. Said Steen's been close to a home run several times. He has hit several off the wall in left center and center field. I think he's even hit one off the wall in right center. That one's going to be outside, so Steen will get a free base out of it. He'll make it a base for the first time today. And that'll bring up Cade McBride. He's 0 for 2, but has 2 RBIs. He brought in Burris back in the 1st and 2nd innings. So McBride is responsible for the 1st run and the 5th run of the day. Nobody out here and 1 runner on for the Tigers. McBride, a senior out of Prosper, Texas. He's the catcher today. The mainstay behind the plate for Ouachita. That one will come in. They'll say it'll hit him, so that'll be a free ride. Steen will head over to 2nd. McBride will head over to 1st. And that'll bring Cole Kelly to the plate. Kelly's 1 for 2 on the day with an RBI. Total, that'll bring his weekend total is 6 RBIs. He'll be looking to add to it here as we've got 1 runner in scoring position with Steen out on 2nd base. Kelly, a redshirt senior out of Independence, Mississippi. Batting .273 for the Tigers. Has 8 RBI on the season. So this weekend's 6 really brought those numbers up. Does have 1 home run to his name, and he scored 4 runs himself. Scored a run back in the 1st. Quick word out there on the mound between Parrott, McCall, and Kelly, the shortstop. Looks like we do have a pitcher warming up in the pen. It's going to be number 32, and it looks like we might be calling to him, and that's what it's going to be. So that's going to be Ryder Yakel. Actually, Harding has a pronunciation guide, so I'm going to check that to make sure I'm saying that name correctly. Yakel. Ryder Yakel coming into pitch now for Harding. So the day for McCall's time on the mound is done. We'll see what happens to the 2 runners on base to see what happens to his final stat line. See if I can get Yakel's ERA up. Well, his ERA is 0.00. He's made one appearance and pitched 3 innings, giving up 1 hit, 1 walk, and struck out 2. Opponents batting 90 or 0.91 against him. Not a lot to go off of. Like I said, only pitching for 3 innings. Hard to get a feel for it, but he is a senior out of Lakin, Kansas. Transferred in out of Garden City Community College. That's seeing that Garden City Community College. Normally I don't really know that many towns from random states around the country, but Garden City, Kansas is a town I actually know because in one of my classes we had to read a book called In Cold Blood, which if you haven't read it, you should. And that was one of the main cities talked about in the novel by Truman Capote. There's your little bit more random trivia for the day. It's a fantastic read if you haven't read it before. But he will be on the mound here. He'll be facing off against Cole Kelly. And nobody's out, so barring double plays, you'll see Kelly, Tubbs, and Mitchum hopefully. Looks like runners heading back out to the bases. Actually, the class I read that book in was a communications class taught by Dr. Jeff Root, who's the Dean of Humanities and kind of over the Rogers Department of Communications, who OSDN is also a part of. So if you're watching Dr. Root, this is a shout out to you. But Kelly now in the box here. That one will miss for ball 1. You know, baseball is one of those sports where you've got so much dead time in play. Ball's only in play for, just a few seconds at a time. You never know what's going to get brought up in a broadcast. I never thought I'd be able to talk about Truman Capote on air, but here we are. The 1-0, that's going to be low for ball 2 to Kelly. And Kelly's 1 for 2 on the day with an RBI. He grounded out to short back to in the 2nd inning. Tigers still leading 5-0 over the Bisons here. But this is a 9-inning game. That one will be laced into left field for a base hit. They will send Steen around 3rd. There will not be a throw at home, and that'll be an RBI, another RBI single for Cole Kelly. McBride made it into 2nd. Kelly standing on 1st now. That'll bring up Blake Tubbs. He is 1 for 2 today with a run scored and a strikeout. A great job there by Kelly getting that RBI single. Tigers now up 6-0. That run will be attributed to McCall. That one will find the zone. Good pitch there by Yakel. The 0-1 count here to Tubbs out of Hartshorn, Oklahoma. He's also got a big bat on the season. Does have a home run to his name. That'll be hit up towards Vandover. Look for a double play there. Pitch it over to Kelly and fire over to 1st, and then it'll be a double play. But McBride will hit over to 3rd. That'll be out to number 1 and 2. So that was a 4-6-3 double play. But that does advance McBride over to 3rd base, and that'll bring up Pierce Mitchum, who's 1 for 2 today. 1 for 2 with an RBI today with 1 strikeout. Mitchum batting .292 right now on the season. That'll be a swing and a miss there for strike 1. Two outs here and 1 runner on. A breaking ball that stays high. That was a good pitch there. It stays high. It'll be ball 1. Tigers hoping to extend their lead a little bit. Don't want to leave too many runners on. They haven't left too many. They've left 4 on today. That will be hit way high into left center. Smith comes over and makes the grab for out number 3. So that will do it for the 5th inning of play. Tigers do play to run on 3 hits, no errors, and they'll leave 1 man on base. So that'll do it for the 5th inning. We'll take a quick break here. Your Tigers leading 6-0. We'll be right back here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
At the time, I just wasn't thinking. I used social media to vent. I wish I would have thought about the effects of scaring people. I didn't mean for that to happen. People took it as a terrorist threat. The university got shut down. I got arrested by the FBI. And now, I don't know what my future looks like. I search my name on the web almost every day and look at the stuff. It's not going away. Think before you post.
And welcome back to Rab Rogers Field, getting ready for the top half of the 6th inning. Tigers leading 6-0 as they look for their first sweep in 2 years. So they picked up 2 wins yesterday. They're looking for win number 3 here to even themselves up at 3-3 in conference. Harding will have 4 more chances. We're starting the 6th inning here. Gotro out for his 6th inning of work. Had a great day so far. He'll be facing off against Luke Vandover, leading things off here. Vandover 0 for 2 on the day with a strikeout and a fly out to center field. A strike. That'll be strike 1 on Vandover. Good pitch there from Gotro. The 0-1 to Vandover will be swung and hit right back up the middle. Gotro couldn't get there in time. Sal picks it up, fires it over. It'll be safe. Kelly had to come off the bag. He went to tag, but couldn't get the tag there. That was just a little bit off. That was a hard throw to make. Don't know if that'll go down as an error. I think that should go down as a hit, as that was a hard one for Sal to come over and make it. So that'll be put a runner on here with. Looks like they did give that a hit. So that'll be the 6th hit of the day for Harding. They've got a runner on with nobody out as Heffley Harrison steps in. He's 0 for 2 on the day with 2 strikeouts. That was going to be a little bit outside for ball 1. It was the first time today for Harding that a leadoff batter has gotten on base. Well, that pitch will miss the zone for ball 2. I guess that one was a bit inside. So 2-0 count here. We got a runner on first. Two-0 count. Swung on in, missed. A big swing and a miss for strike 1. Heffley batting .269 now on the season. Does have 2 home runs to his name, so he has some power in the bat. That one's going to be outside for ball 3. Gotro needs to settle down here. So that runner on first isn't that important. You're up 6 runs. You've got some insurance here. It's okay. Just need to settle in. Focus on the batter at the plate. Want to battle back here. Do not want to walk and allow 2 straight base runners to reach. And that'll be inside, and that'll be a walk. So that'll put runners on first and second. Looks like we'll have a quick word out there on the mound. Looks like that is going to be the pitching coach for the Tigers heading out there. Probably just an encouraging thing. There is some action in the Tiger bullpen. Looks like in the bullpen we've got number 33, Noah Fowler, a right-hander, warming up. And trying to get you the name of the other one. That's going to be number 12. That'll be Carter Wade. So Fowler and Wade warming up down there in the pen. So a righty and a lefty. Now they'll be facing off against David Butterfield, who is 0 for 2 on the day with 2 strikeouts. That one will miss for ball 1. Butterfield now batting .560. He has dropped below 600 today. 1-0 count here to Butterfield. Off speed misses ball 2. You got to think here that if a runner reaches or a batter reaches, we'll be heading to the pen here to see who they pull out. In my opinion, it'll probably be Noah Fowler. Wade usually comes in a closer situation. 2-0 swung and missed for strike 1. The 2-1 count. Be outside ball 3. So we see ourselves in a 3-1 situation once again. On its way. That's going to be low. That's another walk. You've got to think you're going to have to pull here as bases are now loaded. 2 straight walks. Yep, and there goes Coach Howard, so we'll have a pitching change. We'll see who they call out of the pen here. So it looks like Gautreau's day will be finished on the mound. He's had a great start in his first 5 innings. Just struggled here in this 6th inning. This was his longest appearance of the season. Infield will come in here. We'll see who they call. But Gautreau had a great day today on the mound. Pitched 5. Well, it ends up pitching 5 full innings. So far, 5 innings of shutout baseball. We'll see if any of these runners reach. And it looks like they're going to pull Noah Fowler out of the pen. So I called that one right. I said they were going to most likely pull Fowler. So here comes Noah Fowler, number 33, for the Tigers. But Gautreau's day is done. You can hear the audience clapping for him. Here comes Fowler. He's got an ERA 15 in his 2 appearances, 0-2 on the season. He's pitched 6 full innings. And he's got the call from Coach Howard to come in and pitch. Hopefully we'll have a pitcher's graphic up here in just a second for you. See a little bit more about Noah Fowler. Fowler is a senior out of Little Rock, Arkansas, and Little Rock Catholic High School. He started 2 games, so this is his first time coming out of the bullpen. So that 15 ERA is not great, but it's in 6 innings. He's allowed 10 runs so far this season, struck out 6, and walked 2. Let's hope he can settle in here today, coming out of the pen instead of starting. Said he's got himself in he's got a jam to work out up here. His bases are loaded with no outs. Luckily, he still has a 6-run lead to work with here. And he'll be facing off against Cody Smith, who is 2 for 2 with a double and a single. So not the best situation you want to see yourself come in with. But Cody Smith is 2 for 2 today. Batting .280 now on the season. First pitch breaking ball misses the zone. Not quite sure where that one was. Might have been up a little bit, but it'll be ball 1. And that one missed the zone for ball 2. You could hear Coach Howard not too happy. You just hear him say, "That's right there, man." It looks like that was in the zone. I don't know where that pitch is missing unless it's just a tad too high. But it feels like that zone might have changed a little bit. And that one's called a strike, but that is the exact same place the last 2 pitches have been. The count's now 2-1. Luckily, the Tigers are up 6-0 here. That one's going to be left high, and the count runs 3-1. That's 3 straight 3-1 counts here. Big pitch here, 3-1. I guess that one just missed too far inside, and that'll walk in a run. That'll make the score 6-1. Bases will stay loaded with no outs here. Top half of the 6th inning. You can hear the crowd kind of getting into it here, talking about the calls. Now that one is high to Parrott. Or to Stoll, sorry. Caleb Stoll. He is 0 for 2 on the day. 1-0 count now to Stoll. A beautiful breaking ball finds the zone for strike 1. That was going to get away. That'll be a pass ball. Runner does not go as it bounced off the backstop and got back to McBride. It'll just be ball 2. Lucky break there with that padded backstop. Fowler needs to settle in here. We need some outs. Still up by 5 runs. And that's going to be lined into left. Burris goes over, makes the grab. Runner tags. Here's the throw. And they're not going to try to make the throw at the plate. So a runner will score. The other 2 will stay. But we do get out number 1. Tigers now have a 4-run lead. And that will bring up the 8-hole hitter, Brendan Parrott, who is 0 for 2 today as well. Parrott has grounded out to first and short, both times up today. But behind him is the one of 2 people who has made it reach base every time. That's Chris Witzke. Another breaking ball finds the zone for strike 1. So 0-1 count here to Barrett. Need this out. And that one will be swung on and missed for strike 2. Fowler starting to settle in here. Only 2 runs have crossed. The tying run for Harding is sitting on deck in Chris Witzke. The 0-2. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Fowler picks up his first strikeout of the day. And that will bring in, like I said, that'll bring in Witzke with 2 outs here. Witzke's 2 for 2. And that one missed low for ball 1. Runners on first and second now. Two outs here. That one will be lined into center field. Steen goes over, makes the grab. They will send in Butterfield. There's no play at the plate there, so there'll be another run scored. An RBI single for Witzke. That'll put Smith at second. I have a quick word out there at the mound. Looks like they're going to go and pull Fowler. His day's done. Looks like they'll be calling to Carter Wade now. He'll come in. So now it's Wade's turn to come in here and get the Tigers out of this jam. Wade, a senior for the Tigers. He's a redshirt senior out of Little Rock, Arkansas, and Little Rock Christian. Get some numbers here for you on Wade. Comes in with a 5.79 ERA. This will be his 3rd appearance of the season. Pitched 4 2/3 innings, giving up 6 hits, 3 earned runs, walked 1, and struck out 3. So going with the lefty here, see if that can't confuse some of the batters. So Tigers now leading 6-3. Harding not making this one easy. So Wade's done a lot for the Tigers in his several years here. He usually puts up pretty good numbers. He usually comes in as a closer role, so that's kind of what he's coming in here, hopefully to stop the bleeding on this one. Tigers have allowed 3 runs here in the top half of the 6th inning after not allowing a single run at all in the 5 innings prior. First pitch from Wade finds the zone and is a strike to Michael Chrisman. Back to the 1 hole here. Bisons have almost completely batted around in this inning. Off speed there, misses the zone, ball 1. Going up against the lefty batter here, not the best situation. The 1-1 swung on, it's going to be hit into shallow right. Looks like that one's going to get down, and they're going to send it home, and that'll make the score 6-4. So Cody Smith scores, and Chris Witzke makes it all the way to 3rd. That's an RBI single there for Chrisman. That will bring up Connor Kelly. He is 1 for 3 on the day with another run just 90 feet away. Now 6-4. It's a 2-run game here. Coach Howard wants to have a quick word with Wade. I don't know if we're going to switch pitchers again, and it looks like we are going to have another pitcher come in to get out of this inning. Inning is turning into pitch by committee as we've got another Tiger headed out here for the mound. That's going to be number 10. That's Cooper Timmons. Wade's day is done after just one batter. Timmons now into pitch. Timmons has a 12.7 ERA. He's 1-1 on the year. Will be his 4th appearance, and he's pitched 5 2/3 innings. I said he's walked 5. Struck out 7, allowed 8 earned runs, and 9 hits. Opponents are batting .375 off of him so far. So he's going to come in here with runners on the corners with 2 outs in what is now a 2-run ball game. What is becoming a rough 6th inning of play. This will be the ninth Bison to come up to bat for Harding this inning. Timmons is a sophomore out of League City, Texas. You can see him rocking the mullet out there on the mound. You see McBride there giving the signs out to the infield. 2 outs here. Tigers hoping to get out of this with a lead. As Connor Kelly steps into the box. One for 3 today. That's me outside and get away, and a run will score on the pass ball. Now a 1-run game. It is now 6-5. Both runners advanced. Count now 1-0. Still 2 outs. Fastball finds his own, strike 1. Tigers just trying to get out of the inning here. That one's going to be low, and it'll be ball 2. Two one count, 2 outs, and a runner on second now for Harding. That one's outside for ball 3. There's nobody else warming up in the bullpen now, so this is going to be Timmons to finish. I guess they're going to go ahead and walk Kelly to bring up Vandover. Vandover 1 for 3 on the day with he scored the first run back in the at the beginning of this inning. They've officially batted around as that one's going to find the zone for strike 1. The 10th batter now Looks like they're sending number 18 down to the pen. That's going to be Caleb Donahoe. The 0-1 is hit towards Schrader. He'll pick it up, fire it over to Kelly, and we finally get out of this inning. The Bisons put up 5 runs. On several hits. Let's count them up. We got, or I say that 1, 2, I believe it was just on a few hits. A lot of it was walks. Either way, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back here for the bottom half of the 6th inning. Tigers leading now, or still leading 6-5. We'll be right back here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Every year, 4.5 million young adults between the ages of 18 and 24 visit the ER.
It's every parent's nightmare.
Umergency gives you all the tools you need to quickly and effectively manage your family's emergency. Umergency provides instant access to vital resources, customized to your student's campus and local community, digital consent form, and built-in urgent alert button. Umergency gives you peace of mind when you need it most. Download your Umergency app now.
And we are back here at Rab Rogers Field. Got the numbers there for the line score. Like I said, now a 6-5 ball game. Harding with 5 runs on 8 hits. Tigers with 6 runs on 9 hits. The last inning, Harding was able to put up 5 runs on 3 hits and left 2 on base. Due up here for the Tigers is going to be 8, 9, and 1. It's Schrader, Sal, and Burris. Need to put together some good hits here to get this lead back out to what it was. It's now just a 1-run ball game. All that insurance is more or less gone as Schrader steps into the box, a sophomore out of Red Oak, Texas. Schrader's 1 for 2 with an RBI today. That one's going to be up high. Yakel back out on the mound for another inning of work. Count is 1-0. I was going to find the zone for strike 1. Schrader's averaging out .348 for the season. He's 1 for 2 today with an RBI. The 1-1 is swung on and missed for strike 2. Got to get something going here. Got to get something going. All the momentum is on the side of Harding. Schrader will call time. So 1-2 count here to Yakel. That was going to be outside for ball 2. The count will even up. Two. That one just missed the zone to run the count full. That was a close one. But a good job there by Schrader to lay off. Full count here. Payoff pitch about to be on the way. It'll be low. Ball 4. Leadoff walk there for the Tigers. And that would bring up Simmons Sal, who is 0 for 2 on the day, batting .208 right now for the season. Sal, the senior out of Barr, Mississippi. A little bit of action now in the Tigers bullpen. He'll show bunt. Let's say he went for it, so it'll be strike 1. Looks like down there in the pen, I believe it to be Michael Soyson. The 0-1 pitch now. Another bunt. A great bunt right towards the pitcher. It'll fire it over to first base for out number 1, but it will advance Schrader over to second. That'll be out number 1. And that will bring us back to the top of the lineup. The other pitcher down there warming up is number 18, Caleb Donahoe. Burris is 2 for 2 with 2 singles and a walk today. Scored 2 runs. That one's going to be high for ball 1. Batting .429 on the season so far. The 1-0 pitch from Yakel. Going to find the zone for strike 1. Count evens up. Tigers need to put something together here. They have 1 runner in scoring position. Base hit should score Schrader. Now that one's going to find the zone for strike 2. We need something here to get some momentum going back to on Ouachita's side. Have a quick conference out there at the mound between Parrott, Yakel, and Kelly. So 1-2 count here, 1 out and runner on second for the Tigers, and what is just a 1-run ball game now after the Bisons put together a 5-run 6th inning. That was going to be hit into right field. It looks like it'll go into the bullpen for Harding. Just past the bullpen, actually. The count will stay at 1-2. The count still 1-2 here to Burris. Time is called once again. Burris trying to slow down the pace here for Yakel. A game that was moving fairly quickly and it started to slow down. That one's going to be lined into, it'll be right into the glove of Vandover for out number 2. That will bring up Tyler Reebok, who is 2 for 3 today. The Reebok 2 for 3. Scored 1 run today. Batting .333 on the season. Two outs here and still runner on second. And Schrader. First pitch there. We'll find the zone for strike 1. The 0-1. They've got a bit of a shift playing on Reebok. I was going to miss for ball 1. They've got the second baseman playing back in the grass. That's Vandover. And they've got shortstop shaded over towards closer to second. Center field with a slight shift. That was going to be skied straight up into the air. Parrott comes back, says he's got it, watches it. It's going to be close. He'll make the grab to end the inning. So that will do it for the 6th inning of play here at Rab Rogers. Tigers still lead it 6-5, so we get ready to head to the 7th inning. Take a quick break. We'll be right back here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
There's a place to share gossip about the office party fun, and a place to share the story you tell everyone. There's a place to share a laugh about when things went wrong, and a place to share the video of you dancing to your song. There's a place to share spare change, lunch, and your time. But we could all be better at sharing how we're feeling inside. 76% of employees have struggled with at least one issue that affected their mental health. When you share, you're not alone.
Welcome back to Rab Rogers Field. Tigers still leading 6-5. We're to start the top half of the 7th inning. Cooper Timmons back out on the mound for another inning of work after he finished off the final batter of the 6th inning, where Harding was able to put together 5 runs when they batted 10 batters. Really need to settle in here, keep this lead. Tigers look to get a sweep. First sweep since 2019. Leading off will be Harrison Heffley. Heffley is 0 for 2 today with a walk. Does have a run scored as first pitch from Timmons finds the zone for strike 1. Yesterday he put one on the tennis courts, back left or right center field. That was going to be inside for ball 1. Had a monster home run yesterday for the Bisons. So technically he is the tying run as he's at the plate. With one swing of the bat, he could tie this game up. That one's going to be left high and outside, ball 2. That one's going to get the inside part of the zone for strike 2. Count evens up at 2-2. That'll be a foul tip there, so it'll be keep the count at 2-2. Two count here. Nobody out, nobody on. Top half of the 7th inning. That one's going to be inside, counter run full. See a payoff pitch on the way from Timmons. Momentarily. The payoff pitch from Timmons. He swung on and hit into right center. It'll get down for leadoff base hit for Heffley. And that will bring up David Butterfield. He is 0 for 2 today with a walk as well. 0 for 2 with a walk and 2 strikeouts. Scored a run last inning. First pitch will miss for ball 1. That's going to be hit. It looks like it went off the cleat of Timmons. That'll be an infield single, or that'll be a single there. Heffley head to second base. Butterfield will head to first. I'll put 2 runners on with nobody out for Cody Smith, who is 2 for 2 on the day. McBride giving signs out to the rest of the infield. That one's going to find the zone for strike 1. The 0-1 count here to Smith. He's reached base all 3 times today. I was going to find the zone, strike 1. Good pitch there from Timmons. Still some action down there in the bullpen. It's Donahoe and Soyson getting warmed up for the Tigers. The 0-2 is going to be lined foul, thankfully, down the third baseline. Count stayed 0-2. Update from Cersei, just checked. It looks like the Ouachita softball team lost 10-1 to Harding today. Still won the series as they swept the doubleheader yesterday. They pick up their 2nd series in a row. Ouachita looking to pick up they've already picked up their first series win yesterday, looking to make the sweep, and that's going to be hit into center field. Steen's going to be there to make the grab. Runner does not go. So that'll be out number 1. I'll bring up Caleb Stoll. He is 0 for 3 on the day. Does have an RBI as a sac fly to left field last inning. Or 0 for 2 on the day because sac flies do not count. And that bat had that written down wrong. 0 for 2 with an RBI. That's going to be inside for ball 1. This is close to the part of the lineup you'd like to see, as I said, Stoll's 0 for 2, and then a sac fly, and then Parrott, who's on deck, is 0 for 3. That one's going to be hit into the gap. Sal can't get there, and looks like that'll be another RBI. Nope, they'll hold up Harrison, or Heffley at third. That'll be a single there. Bases loaded once again with 1 out here. And that will bring up Brendan Parrott. Struck out once, grounded out to first and short. First pitch from Timmons finds the zone for a strike. A 0-1 count here. And that one will be called strike 2. Just got an update for women's soccer. Load here on my phone. That was going to be called for ball 1. Ouachita Tigers the women's soccer team beat Southwestern Oklahoma State today on a last-minute goal by Hannah Thompson to win 2-1 today in Weatherford, Oklahoma. That one's going to be hit into... Oh, it's a great grab by Sowell. Almost got the double play there, but a great grab to get out number 2. A big out there. That almost got the double play there in the inning, but that'll bring up Chris Witzke, who is 3 for 3. So, like I said, the women's soccer team got a win today in the last minute against Western Oklahoma State. It was an actual last minute. It was in the 90th minute of the game. The women's soccer team now 2-0 in GAC play. So good job there to the women's soccer team. That was be called for strike one. The big spot here for Timmons on the mound as the tying run stands at third. 2 outs here. That one's going to be hit straight up in the air. Timmons says he's got it, makes the grab, and gets out of the jam. Woo! What a job there by the Tigers. Started out with 2 runners on, ended up bases loaded with 1 out there and getting the other 2 outs. A great job. Here's Sweet Caroline playing over the loudspeaker now. So it'll be no runs on 3 hits, and they'll leave 3 on base. A lucky break there for the Tigers. We get ready to head to the bottom half of the 7th inning. We'll stay right here for this one. Due up for the Tigers is going to be, it's going to be 3, 4, 5. It's Steen, McBride, and Kelly. That part of the lineup has struggled a little bit today. Well, Kelly's done well. He's 2 for 3. He's reached base, like I said, reached base twice. Scored a run. He got stuck in the double play back in the 5th inning. Tigers got to get something going here. I mean, they've still got the lead. Don't get me wrong. They're up 6-5. All it takes is 1 run to win a ball game. But you'd really like to have some more insurance going into this final thing. You don't want to have to bat in the 9th if you can help it. Looks like the wind's starting to blow in here a little bit, so hopefully that looks like it might take away the long ball that we saw yesterday. As here comes Steen up to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Bison's now out hitting Ouachita 11-9 on the day. Tigers still with a 1-run lead. No errors by either team. It's been a clean game of baseball so far today. Ryder Yakel back out on the mound once again. First pitch will miss high for ball 1. Steen 0 for 2 with a walk. Struck out twice. Senior out of Olive Branch, Mississippi. The 1-0 be outside. Ball 2. So 2-0 count here. Dean is good at getting on base. So swung out that one and missed for strike 1. Coming into the day, Steen's batting average was .269, but his on base was all the way up at .412. He's been walked 4 times this season. He'll hit that one straight to Kelly. He'll get it on the hop and fire over to Heffley and for out number 1. That will bring up Cade McBride. McBride 0 for 2 with 2 RBI. Last time up he got hit, he was hit by a pitch back in the 5th inning. Made it all the way to 3rd. McBride, the senior out of Prosper, Texas. That one's going to be high for ball 1. The 1-0 count to McBride. That's going to be lined down left field, and it'll go into the bullpen. A little bit more to the right. That would have been at least a double for McBride. McBride had his first home run of the season yesterday in game 1. That one's going to be fouled back out of play. Had a 2-run homer yesterday in game 1. It's 0 for 2 today and was hit once. One-two count here to McBride. 1 out, nobody on. That will be hit deep into left field. Crispin's going to go back, and it is gone. Home run, Cade McBride. You can hear the crowd there as McBride gets his second homer of the season. The Tigers go up another run to take a 2-run lead now. 5-7, he'll stomp on home plate. A great hit. That was McBride's first hit of the day and gives the Tigers an extra run now. His second homer of the season. Second of the weekend as well. And that will bring up Cole Kelly, who is 2 for 3 on the day with 2 RBI. He'll swing and tip that one for strike 1. Kelly's necklace swung all the way around on that one. The 0-1. Ooh, that's going to catch the outside edge of the zone for strike 2. But what a shot that was by McBride. Just pretty much a no-doubter. You saw Crispin going back. He just kind of watched it go over that wall. A great hit from McBride. You see Yakel shaking off about 3 signs there before settling in on this one. And that's going to be ball 1. We're looking here to see if he'll shake it off. I've got a good view with my monitor here. Good shot there by Mara Gillespie on camera 2. Looks like he didn't shake on that one. And that one's going to miss for ball 2. That was close. That was close. Well, that is ball 2. Good job there by Kelly laying off. Good Kelly 2 for 3 on the day. Looks like he agreed on the pitch the first time there. 2-2 on its way, and that's going to hit Kelly. That'll be a free bag. That got him, it looks like it got him in on the arm. You can see him kind of favoring it there. That'll bring up Blake Tubbs. Tubbs, 1 for 3 on the day, batting .250 on the season. Got a single and scored back in the first. He comes in with 1 out and a runner on first. So the 1-0 pitch to Tubbs. That's going to miss and be strike 1. The count is 1-1 with 1 out here. That one's going to be outside for ball 2. One, 2 on its way. Breaking ball catches that zone for strike 2. Two is that is hit deep into center field. Smith goes back. He'll get under it and make the grab. That'll be out number 2. And Kelly will head back to first base. That one looked good off the bat, just didn't quite have the distance. That'll bring up Pierce Mitchell. Mitchell is 1 for 3 on the day with an RBI and 1 strikeout. Batting .280 on the season with 2 homers and 7 RBI. He struck out looking back in the 3rd and flew out to center back in the 5th. Tigers up 7-5 here. Runner on first and 1 out. Pickoff move not in time. Mitchell, a redshirt junior out of Heber Springs, Arkansas. I was going to miss for ball 1. And he's going to hit that one into right field. Whiskey goes over and makes that grab on the run for out number 3. That will do it for the 7th inning of play. Tigers do get a run. They get 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and they'll leave 1 man on base. Well, that one a big hit. That one was the solo home run for Cade McBride. It looks like that's going to be Cooper Timmons back out on the mound for his 8th inning of play. I'm Matthew Branch. We'll be right back here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. And welcome back to Rab Rogers Field, getting ready to start the 8th inning of play. Tigers up 7-5 now over the Bisons of Harding. Due up for the Bisons will be 1, 2, and 3. And it's Chrisman, Kelly, and Vandover. Chrisman is 1 for 4 on the day with an RBI, batting .346 on the season. That one check swing there, but it'll miss the zone for ball 1 from Timmons. That'll be swung. It'll be fouled off for strike 1. It's tipped back into McBride. 1-1 count now. One. That one missed, I guess, high for 2-1 count. Tigers trying to maintain this 2-run lead. That is hit deep, that's high, not that deep into center field. Steen gets under it, makes the grab. Out number 1. That will bring up Connor Kelly, the shortstop. Kelly, a senior out of Ada, Michigan. He is 1 for 3 today for the Bisons. First pitch from Timmons finds the zone, strike 1. On to behind the zone for ball 1. One, high and inside. Ball 2. 2-1 left up. Breaking ball did not break. 3-1 count here. Hitters count for Kelly. And Kelly's gotten one hit today and been walked once. 3-1 hit into left field. Burris goes back. He's at about the warning track. Makes the grab for out number 2. Good grab there by Burris. That will bring up the second baseman, number 3, Luke Vandover. Vandover is 1 for 4 on the day, batting .194 on the season. 1 for 4 with a strikeout. And that is lined into center field. Steen goes over, tracks it back pedals, and makes the grab. Makes it look easy for out number 3. Bisons go 3 up, 3 down, and we head to the bottom half of the 8th inning. So no runs on no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base for Harding. Tigers looking to extend their lead. What could be their last time batting today as we get ready to head to the bottom half of the 8th inning. Tigers leading 7-5. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
First, they said cigarettes were safe. We know how that turned out. Now, they say they didn't market e-cigarettes to teens? Fact, more than 1 in 4 high school students are vaping, and 80% say their first e-cigarette was flavored. Vaping is harmful to developing brains. The reason we think vaping is safe? Marketing. Same lies, different day. Tell Big Vape to quit lying.
And we are back here at Ouachita Baptist University getting ready for the bottom half of the 8th inning. Tigers lead 7-5. The Tigers have amassed 7 runs on 10 hits to Harding's 5 runs on 11 hits. Due up here for the Tigers will be Schrader, Sowell, and Burris. Schrader is 1 for 2 today with a walk and an RBI, batting .348 on the season. Schrader out of Red Oak, Texas. Check swing there, but it'll be called strike 1. The 0-1. They'll peel down to first, say he didn't go. So 1-1 count here. It's going to be outside from Yakel. Count goes to 2-1. From Yakel. We find the zone to even the count up at 2-2. It's been an interesting game today for those of you who haven't been here for the whole thing. Tigers jumped out to a 5-0 lead. Or a 6-0 lead. Yeah, 6-0 lead over Harding. That one misses for ball 3. Tigers jumped out 6-0. Harding came all the way back and put up 5 runs back in the 6th inning to make it a 1-run ball game. Then Cade McBride hit a home run in the bottom half of the 7th inning to make it 7-5. That was going to be fouled out of play. Count will stay full. The Tigers looking to show some bend and not break mentality here as they're hoping to add to this 2-run lead. The bottom half of the 8th inning. There's a few pitchers out there in the Harding bullpen just kind of loosening up. Nothing on the not pitching from the mound yet. And they're going to call Schrader. Schrader thought it was a ball. Umpire said it was a strike. That'll be a strikeout looking for Schrader for out number 1, and that'll bring up Simmons Sowell. Sowell is 0 for 3 on the day. Or 0 for 2 on the day. He will hit that one into left field, and it's going to be just foul by about 2 or 3 feet out there. That'll be strike one. Looks like one of the pitchers out there in the Harding bullpen has moved on to the mound to actually pitch. Let's see who they've got, because I remembered my binoculars today for once. It looks like that is going to be 22. That is Zach Billick, one of the pitchers out there. The 0-1, that'll be find the zone called strike 2 to Sal. And the other one, if he will turn this way, is just number 2. All right. And it's Dylan Adcock. 0-2 count now to Sal. That's going to be outside for ball 1. So nothing but 2s out there in the bullpen with number 2 and 22. That one's going to be hit over to Butterfield. He'll pick it up and fire over to Heffley at first for out number 2. That will bring us back to the top of the lineup with Cade Burris. Burris 2 for 3 today. 2 for 3 with a walk, so this will be his 5th plate appearance. Yesterday in game 1, Tigers did a lot with 2 outs at the plate, so let's see if they can continue that today. That one will go out. That'll be ball 1. One 0 count here to Burris, a sophomore out of Walnut Ridge. That is hit into center field. Smith calls everybody off. He'll come up and make the grab for out number 3, and that'll do it for the inning. Tigers go 3 up, 3 down, and we head to the top half of the 9th inning. Could be the final frame here. Tigers leading 7-5. We'll be right back here with the top half of the 9th inning. You're watching the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
In NCAA Division II, student athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
And we are back here at Rab Rogers Field. Tigers still leading 7-5, top of the 9th inning. Could be Harding's last chance to get out of Arkadelphia with a win. Tigers hoping to keep that from happening and get their first series sweep over a conference opponent since 2019 when they swept the Crimson Storm of Southern Nazarene. Still got 2 warming up down there in the pen. It's Michael Soyson and Caleb Donahoe. We might see them coming in close if Timmons lets a runner on. I feel like Timmons won't have a very long leash here in the top half of the 9th inning. First pitch from Timmons finds a zone, strike 1. Good fastball there. At the plate is first baseman Harrison Heffley. Heffley is 1 for 3 today. And that'll be called strike 2. Heffley thought it was inside, but it was not. 0-2 count now. The 0-2, and that'll be hit into right field. Mitchell will have to get it on a bounce. So a leadoff hit there. Leadoff single for Harrison Heffley. That will bring up David Butterfield, who is 1 for 3 today with a walk and 2 strikeouts. That was going to be a little bit up in the zone for ball 1. The 1-0 is swung on back into the net for strike one. So Tigers with the 2-run lead here. And let's say Harding comes back here. But the resilience here by the Tigers to bounce back after getting swept at Oklahoma Baptist last weekend, to come in here and take on another top 4 member of the conference, as that one's fouled out of play for strike two. Because Harding was originally picked in the top 4 preseason polls for the GAC and were undefeated coming into this weekend. The resilience by the Tigers to come back and give Harding all they wanted and more. And looking to get a sweep as that one's hit into center field. Steen's, it's going to get down. Steen will pick it up. That'll put 2 runners on and nobody out. For Cody Smith, who is 2 for 3. With 2 for 3 with a walk. Go-ahead run now sitting at the plate. Smith does have a couple of homers to his name on the season, so he's got the ability. That's going to be a inside swing. It'll be strike one. Timmons needs to settle in here. I don't know how long of a leash Coach Howard's going to give him. The 0-1. That is going to be hit. That's another base hit. Burris will pick it up. They're not going to send Heffley in. It looks like that might be it. See what Coach Howard wants to do. And that's going to bring up Caleb Stoll, the designated hitter. Looks like it's still Timmons' ball game. Coach Howard has not made its way out there, so bases loaded here. Nobody out. Yep, and there goes Coach Howard to go talk. We'll see if they see who they bring in here. If they pull Timmons with bases loaded and nobody out here in the top half of the 9th inning. Tigers with only 1 run to give. Said you've got Soyson and Donahoe out there. Donahoe's a lefty and Soyson's a righty. But it looks like they're going to leave it with Timmons. I feel like you might look for Donahoe to come in instead of Soyson. But I'm not sure. Now stepping in is Caleb Stoll, who is 1 for 3 with a strikeout, batting .217. First pitch will miss for ball 1. The 1-0. That's going to miss outside of ball 2. Now, if Timmons walks this person or they get a hit, it's got to be the day for him, in my opinion. 2-0 is going to be fouled for strike 1. The play is going to be at home if it's a grounder. But a pop-up would be a pop-up in the infield would be fantastic. Or a strikeout, but it's 2-1 count here. That's calling strike 2. 2-2 count now. That's gonna be hit. That's gonna be picked up by Schrader. They're gonna get the out at first. Get out number 1, but a run will score as Heffley came in. Now it's once again a 1-run game. I'll bring up Brendan Parrott. Parrott's 0 for 4 on the day. 1 out here now, a 1-run ball game. It's 7-6 Ouachita. Tigers have got to get 2 straight outs here. By going to first, you eliminate the double play. or because they went to first on the last one, I don't think Schrader could have gotten the run in at home. The first pitch to Parrott finds his own strike one. The tying run just 90 feet away, sending over at third base in the form of David Butterfield. The 0-1 from Soyson about to be on its way. High, ball one. The 1-1 inside, ball two. Parrott has struck out once today, lined out to short, grounded to short, and grounded out to first. See Timmons there get the sign. The 2-1 swung on and missed. Strike two, a big strike there. That would have been ball three, but Parrott swung at it. A 2-2 count here. Big pitch coming from Timmons. Needs to be one of his best pitches of the day right here. 2-2 is going to be fouled. Count will stay 2-2. Still 2-2 count here. Another big pitch coming from Timmons. On its way, swung on in, missed, strike three, and that'll be out number two. That is a huge out to get there for Timmons as he picks up his first strikeout. So now just one out away from winning this ball game. The tying run sitting on third, and in comes Chris Witzke, who is 3 for 4 on the day with an RBI, batting .333. This is not the batter you want to see if you're Timmons. First pitch finds the zone, strike three. Or strike one. Sorry, got ahead of myself there. Sorry about that. Strike one. 2 outs here, 2 runners on. Runners on second and third. Strike one, 0-1 count. The 0-1 on its way inside, ball one. Count evened up at 1-1 now. Tigers up by 1. Top half of the ninth inning, 2 outs. The go-ahead run on second. The 1-1 swung on and fouled back. Strike two. That's another one of those that would have been a foul ball because that was inside. I mean, it would have been a ball. It would have been on the line there. I would say chalk, but it's not chalk anymore as we have just white turf out there showing the box. So 1-2 count here for Timmons. On its way, and that'll be fouled back, and we'll do it one more time. One-two count here. Tigers 1 strike away from getting a series sweep over the Bisons. The 1-2 on its way from Timmons is going to be fouled out of play once again. Stay here with a 1-2 count. Witzke battling at the plate here with 2 strikes. He is 3 for 4 on the day. 1-2 is going to be hit into center field, and Burris is going to go over. Oh, it hit his glove, and it'll be a base hit. Harding will score 2. I thought Burris had it, but it hit off the top of his glove. That'll be a 2 RBI double, and Harding will take the lead here with 2 outs. Harding now leads at 8-7 after the 2 RBI double from Chris Witzke. I thought Burris was playing over a little bit. That now brings up Michael Chrisman with 2 outs and a runner on second. Harding up 1. So we will be seeing the bottom half of the 9th inning. That's going to be high and for ball 1. The Burris just ran that one in just a step too far. The 1-0 pitch misses. Or no, it finds the zone. Strike 1. Chrisman is 1 for 5 on the day with an RBI. One's the count. That one's going to be outside, ball 2. Two-one count here to Chrisman. And that's going to be skied straight up in the air. Sal comes in. I think he calls everybody off. Makes the grab out. Number 3 inning ends. Harding plates 3 runs on 3 hits. No error. I don't know if you'd give that. I don't think you give that an error out there. Looks on the board they did give it an error. And they'll leave 1 man on base. So they now lead 8-7 as we head to the bottom half of the 9th inning. Tigers' last chance here to get a series sweep over Harding. Yakel back out on the mound for the Bisons. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
And welcome back here for the bottom half of the 9th inning. Harding now leads it for the first time today. 8-7. It's a 1-run game. Lead and due up for the Tigers is going to be Reebok, Steen, and McBride. It's a good chunk if you want. It's a good chunk of batters you want up here for this one. Reebok 2 for 4 on the day. I mean, he can tie it with 1 swing of his bat. That's going to be inside, ball 1. The rider Yakel still on the mound for Harding. The 1-0. That's going to find the zone for strike 1. Reebok batting .321 now. Is due for a home run for sure. That one's going to find the zone for strike 2. You don't want to see the defeat here in the Tigers because they're definitely not out of it. Only 1 run. The 1-2 to Reebok is going to be hit into left center or right center. It'll be grabbed by Smith for out number 1. Got to bring up Lewis Steen. Steen 0 for 3 on the day. It's Steen 0 for 3 with a walk and 2 strikeouts. One out, nobody on. That is hit deep into left field. Chrisman back at the wall and makes the grab at the warning track. I mean, at the wall. Got to give credit there for a good catch. I've said it before. Steen's been right there all season. Tigers down to their last out. Here comes Cade McBride. Homered his last time up. He's 1 for 3 on the day. McBride batting .303 right now on the season. 1 for 3 on the day with a homer. He's got 2 homers on the season. And he could get one here that would tie things up and at least send us to extra inning. The 0-1 finds a zone, strike 2. Tigers now down to their last strike. Oh, 2 count here for McBride. Tigers down 1, bottom of the 9th, 2 outs. The 0-2 on its way. That's going to be high, ball 1. Good job there by McBride to lay off. 1-2 count now. The 1-2 is going to be laced. It'll be grabbed by Kelly, who'll fire it across to Heffley, and Harding will take this one. Final score of this will be 8-7 in favor of the Bisons. Tigers can't get the sweep done, but they did win the series as they swept Harding yesterday in the doubleheader. It's a good game by the Tigers. They jumped out 6-0 and just couldn't hold on. Harding showing why they were picked to be top 4 in the GAC this season as they come back and win it. And final score 8-7. We might be seeing a post-game interview from Coach Howard after this one. We'll see. But a tough loss there for the Tigers. The Tigers will fall to 3-6 on the year and 2-4 in GAC play. Harding improves to 5-2 and 4-2 in GAC play. The tough loss there. Tigers fought in it to the very end. They had a lead there for a while. It's a good day for a lot of players, though. They had several who get some good hits. And so hopefully we'll be hearing from Coach Howard here soon. Wait for everything to go final. We'll get some final numbers for you. So we had several pitchers come in for the Tigers. The starting pitcher was Hunter Gautreaux. He ended up pitching 5 full innings, allowing 6 hits and 3 earned runs. Those 3 runs ended up coming out after he got pulled. Walked 2 and struck out 7. So Gautreaux had a career day on the mound with 7 strikeouts. It's a career high for him. Fowler came in for a little bit. He wasn't in long before they put in Wade, and Wade was in for 1 batter. So Fowler came in for 2 outs, so he was in for 2/3 of an inning. Allowed 2 runs and 1 hit and walked 1. And struck out 1.
I've heard people say Ouachita.
Wichita.
Achita.
Ouachita.
Is it pronounced Ouachita?
Searching for Washita Baptist University.
Back in Texas, everybody pronounces it Wichita, but really, it's Washita.
Washita. Washita.
How would you pronounce it?
Washita.
Washita.
It's Washita Baptist University. Get it right.
It's Washita, people. It's Washita.
Washita.
And welcome back to Rab Rogers Field. Like I said, once again, final score of today's game. Harding wins at 8-7. They avoid the sweep. Tigers still win the series 2-3. They're getting the final numbers here from pitching. Let's go check this. Ryder Yakel ended up getting the win today on the mound. He pitched 5 full innings, allowed 2 hits, 1 earned run, walked 1, and struck out 0. Ended up having a 1.13 ERA. The loss today goes to Cooper Timmons. Pitched 3 1/3 inning, gave up 6 hits and just 1 run, or 1 earned run. He was able to drop his ERA today, though. He dropped it 3 points today, almost 4 points. So Harding out hit the Tigers 14-10 today. Tigers had the 1 error. Harding ended up leaving 11 on base to Ouachita's 6. Harding was able to put together a few more at bats, 41-34. So did have 1 home run today off the bat of Cade McBride. Thought that was going to be enough to give the Tigers a win, as that was the 7th run. Tigers struck out 9 Bisons, and only 5 Tigers struck out. 7 of those strikeouts came from Hunter Gotro, who had a great day on the mound up until the end when he got pulled. Like I said, just a tough day, but that's the way. That's just, as Merle Haggard put it, that's the way baseball goes sometimes. I said, Tigers looking up here, I believe. I mean, they're trending up. Like I said, they got swept last week at Oklahoma Baptist, who was picked to win the conference. Followed by this showing against Harding, where they picked up the sweep yesterday and then just fell short by a run here today. Like I said, they were in it till the very end there. So next up for the Tigers, it's no easy task. They head down to Magnolia to take on Southern Arkansas next week, who coming into this week, they were ranked 10th in the country. Arkansas Tech took at least 2 out of the 3 against them this week as they were playing up at Russellville. So that is not an easy series to play. It's not an easy place to play at down there in Magnolia either. Big baseball town in Magnolia. Still waiting on Coach Howard to come out of the locker room with a post-game interview. Hopefully we will hear from him shortly. Like I said, he goes in, has a quick meeting with the team, and then he'll come out here. Like I said, so we'll have him on shortly. I said, hopefully Coach Howard will be out here soon. Give us a post-game interview, kind of go through today's loss. Like I said, there were some silver linings in this one. Like I said, the pitching at first looked pretty good, especially from Gotro, who really came in and settled in today. Like I said, he came in with a 24.3 ERA and pitched 5 innings of scoreless baseball. Ended up loading the bases there, and those 3 runners ended up scoring and going on his final numbers. I only give up 3 runs today. A great outing for Gotro in his first start of the season. So that 1 error ended up being, I believe, attributed to the play that could have ended it. It went off the glove of Burris out in left field as he was running over to make the grab. I think that could have ended it, but I believe that was 1 error that got attributed to the Tigers. Like I said, the players are coming back out here to do their post-game duties. We'll be hearing from Coach Howard here just shortly. Here comes Coach Howard to hear from him in just a second. So we'll hear from his thoughts on the day and talk about the weekend as a whole and give a quick glimpse into next week's series at SAU. So we'll hear from head coach Luke Howard here in just a moment. You can see him there on the screen. This is the way kind of COVID makes everything work now. We've got to do these long-distance post-game interviews with our new wireless setup. Well, can you hear me, Coach?
I got you.
All
Yeah,
right.
I got you.
Well, Coach, not the way you wanted it to end there. Kind of walk me through what kind of happened there in the last few innings, like when Harding was able to come back. Or like what happened today?
Well, they hit the ball there in the last inning, and 99 out of 100 times we're going to catch that ball in left field, and as much as it's a terrible feeling to let one get away from you like that, I mean, I feel like this program's come a long way, and I don't want any of these guys sitting out here with their head down at all. I'm proud of the way these guys battled. We're going to win that game a lot of times.
That's right. Like I said, it was close until the very end. Y'all had the lead, and we got to. Harding is a top 4, or was picked to be a top 4 team. But talk about the resilience y'all had. Y'all got swept last week at Oklahoma Baptist. You turn around and win a series against Harding. So kind of speak to the resilience the players had to bounce back against that, not get down to take on Harding this weekend.
Yeah, and the way we got beat too. I mean, there was one close game last week, but the other 2 were blowouts. And for our team, the biggest thing is just bouncing back and being the aggressor. And today we scored 4 runs in the first 2, or 5 runs in the first 2 innings. So we came out and we were the aggressor again. We just kind of ran out of bullets at the end. But man, couldn't be more proud of the way the team battled back from last week. And it started this Tuesday in practice, and we just had a great week of practice. And it ended up being a good series. Obviously, this one hurts. It's the last one that we played, but overall, it was a good weekend for our team.
That's good. And also, you had a great starting performance today from Gotro, who had struggled a little bit this season. Kind of tell me about what kind of changed in his attitude and all that to go out there and have a career day. He has set a career high in strikeouts with 7 today.
Yeah, he works his tail off. I'm going to go back to the first game. Luke Skaggs sets the tone in the first game. And, those 2 guys, let me tell you something about Luke Skaggs and Hunter Gotro. They're here at the same time I was this morning, lining this field and dragging it and watering it and just worked their tails off. And I mixed some things up on the pitching rotation this weekend and gave 2 guys starts that may not usually. And Garrett was just coming back. He was in quarantine for 2 weeks, and he'd been gone for 2 weeks and been out. But Hunter, he earned that. He struggled on the back end, and I just switched him up and gave him an opportunity on the front end. And, boy, did he go out there and prove that he probably deserves it again.
That's right. He had a great day today. I was looking up stats, seeing that he might be close to that career high, and then I noticed that he beat it by 4 in just a few innings. He had already beaten it after, like, the 2nd inning of today. And you saw a lot of bats come alive this weekend, too. Like, Reebok had struggled a little bit, but now he's back up above 300. So is that something y'all – and another thing I want to ask, the 2-out batting that I saw this weekend was fantastic. A lot of runs were driven in with 2 outs. Was that something y'all worked on this week, or did it just kind of happen this weekend?
The whole thing this week was about being the aggressor and not sitting back on our heels. I mean, you got to come out of this week after what happened last week and losing 5 games in a row, basically just come out like a tiger, pardon the pun, since we're the Tigers, but come out like a tiger that's been in the cage and just come out, fight, scratch, and claw, and if it works, it does. If not, you got nothing to lose, period. Nothing to lose.
Gotcha. So this, like I said, you pick up the series win here. You get 2 out of 3. And then how long do you wait before you turn your eyes to Magnolia, where you've got to go this next weekend?
Well, these guys have been down here working every single day, and the way last week went and us switching the fields, I told them just now, the only person that's going to be around here tomorrow is me. Nobody's allowed to be down here unless they have to get to the training room. And then Tuesday we start working on Southern Arkansas. I mean, our first 4 opponents here in conference with Oklahoma Baptist, Harding, Southern Arkansas next, and then Southwestern Oklahoma. I mean, we got to work cut out for us the first 4 weekends. So this was a great weekend. We're going to build on it. I'm going to be positive about it, not negative.
That's the way to be, Coach. Like I said, you got your first series win of the season, and you're starting to trend upwards after that first weekend in Oklahoma. Well, like I said, congratulations on the series win. Thank you for coming on, Coach. It's been great talking to you, and good luck this next weekend in Magnolia.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
So that was head coach Luke Howard talking about this series win here. Like I said, Ouachita picked up the series win. They dropped game 3, 8-7 to Harding. But it was a hard-fought game. They're definitely aggressive, as Coach Howard had said they wanted to be. Like I said, once again, your final score was 8-7. Shout out to the OSDN crew working with us today. I had James Jolly up here on camera 1, Mara Gillespie on camera 2, Katie Hatchett on camera 3, which was the first base camera. We had Blythe Epp and Chris McQuistion back in the trailer, and along with Chris Babb, who's the director of OSDN. He was out there. He was also in the trailer and helping us get the post-game interview set up. I am Matthew Branch. Thank you for watching Ouachita Baseball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. Have a great week. Next up on OSDN, volleyball on Tuesday against SAU at senior night. And then we'll be back on the diamond, not here, but just right up the road at Sully Anderson Field for softball as they take on SAU this next weekend. God bless, stay safe, and have a great